All right, we're live over here.
It's going live.
Well,
Is it going? It's live.
it's live. Okay, cool. Whoa. Good job, Tom. You did great.
Thank you. I could have pulled up the chat on here. All right.
There's a cord in the middle of your camera.
I'm gonna go fix that. Hold on. Technical difficulties.
You can't see the Facebook chat. It's kind of funny. Yeah, there you go. It's amazing how delayed YouTube is compared to Facebook. But whatever. That's
Okay.
just how it is. All right.
Welcome, guys, to another wonderful Extreme Stream Dream Team. I'm surprised I actually said it.
Yeah, you said
correctly
that right.
time.
Yeah.
So, welcome to another Extreme Stream Dream Team. Decoy here.
Get me no name.
Believe it or not, that was actually not on purpose.
Hi, Alex. I miss you.
What?
Alex.
Oh. Hi, Tank.
I was showing everybody the video of the A&K gearbox explosion you had at
Ooh.
Fort Ord. That it's so good.
So, welcome, guys. Pardon my not being 100% here mentally
Or physically.
or physically. I'm only about half here right now, physically. My legs are at home.
That gets me every time.
I know, it's weird. You go to take a sip of it, and it's like, this is just water.
It's just water.
This is weird.
Not even
So,
carbonated.
In case you guys couldn't, shut up. In case you guys couldn't tell from the title, this is going to be a recap of EA Fest.
Whoa.
Yes, it was
Shocking
awesome.
surprise.
What did you do with the magnet? I put a magnet up here.
Oh, I gave it to the guys who bought the gun.
Oh, what a jerk. Give him a new one.
It was just right. Okay.
So, before we go ahead and do that, just a quick little announcement before we get to the recap. Save the dates. The save the date is here for next year's EA Fest.
8/8/2020.
For EA Fest 2020. Make sure you are there. All right. We handed these out, a bunch of them, while during the event itself.
We got a bunch more.
We do got a bunch more. We're gonna be handing out some more within the next few year.
Next few years.
next few
Next
year.
few year. Okay.
The next few year. So you guys will be seeing these. Make sure you're picking one up and make sure you are getting yourselves ready for next year's event. Because if you guys thought this year's event was awesome, next year's event is gonna be double. It is going to be ridiculous. So make sure you guys keep out for all the information.
Before we get too far into this, I just want to remind everybody that I do keep track of all the questions. We will answer them towards the end of the stream. So I see them. Don't worry. We don't have any repeating questions yet.
No,
I'm sure
had
there'll
to
be
get it out of the way.
3 more times I got to say that.
Had to get out of the way.
But
So, basically, we're just going to kind of go over a recap of everything that happened. And I'm going to tell you right now, I had loads of fun. I'm
Yes.
pretty sure you did. I'm pretty sure everybody that was here did.
I don't remember anything. Which is why it's a good thing we have pictures.
Yes.
I remember someone threw a box.
Yes, there was a box at one point.
And
I think there might have been some airsoft going on, too.
I know I bought a PSG because it's sitting at home.
All right.
I assume I bought it.
Let's hope you bought it.
I hope I bought
and didn't
it.
just steal it from somebody. So
Worth it.
So I had a lot of fun. I know the influence that we had here. So Jet, Unicorn, and Greg Wong, they had a bunch of fun.
We had more than that.
I know we had more than that. I'm going over that. Don't give me that look.
I'm going to go ahead and get the picture of Plastic Vader I have.
Yes, please.
Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Plastic Vader was here.
Do you actually know the one I'm talking
Airsoft
about?
Obsessed Dave was there. Which one? I actually don't know which one.
He's in the apron.
Oh, that one, yes. I do know that one. So, that was a lot of fun. We also had a bunch of vendors here. So we had Charlie from G&G here. We had Cliff from Elite Force. Thank you, Elite Force. I just don't think it's funny that you actually got those kids to go up to them and thank them.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to post that somehow.
So, I think he's about to pull up the picture of Plastic Vader
Yeah,
right
give me one
now.
second. I'm going to go ahead and fit it to the screen before I show it.
So
And
anybody?
lean that way. A little more. Cool. I hit the wrong button. There
Oh,
it is.
hey, it's almost like he's right here.
Whoa!
Any of you guys that are watching on the Facebook right now, feel free to hop on over to the YouTube as well. We
Yeah,
actually,
or just go to our gallery. You'll see. You'll
Yeah,
know
you'll
which-
see it.
You'll
You'll
know which one
definitely
we're
see it.
talking about.
so, we're just kind of leaning. So, oh, sorry, Tim.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but I know all the influencers that he had fun. We had Eddie's Barbecue here. We had
Yes.
always delicious food from there. I've never had a bad sandwich.
I've never had a bad.
I've
never had a bad with them. They've never given me one bad.
Not a single bad.
Yeah.
So even if we don't have the food trucks here, I highly recommend you check them out. They have amazing food. We had National Guard. Unfortunately, they didn't bring their rock climbing wall this year, which is a little
what was
sad.
up with that? But
I think
whatever.
it was undergoing maintenance. I think.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing for a rock climbing wall. to have.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So unfortunately, they didn't have the rock climbing wall, but they did bring a pretty badass APC.
Yes.
That was awesome. So they brought an APC. They brought a Humvee with them.
I believe it's actually an ASV.
Excuse me. So they brought a Humvee with them. That was pretty cool. We had, like I said, we had Polar Star here. We had Vulcan was here. Elite Force was here. We had, I believe we had the mechanics rep was here too, repping it with either that or
No,
Charlie was
I
doing it
think
for
he was
him.
doing Charlie.
Charlie was doing it
He's
for
doing
him.
double duty. Yeah.
But we did have mechanics out here. So
I didn't take a picture of my pulled pork grilled cheese. I should have done that. That would have been.
that would have
It
been
would have been a
awesome.
weird picture, but it would have.
It would have been a very weird picture, but it would have been appropriate.
Yes.
Pulled pork grilled cheese. Pulled pork grilled cheese.
Thank you, Eddies.
Yes.
Thank you, Eddie, wherever you are.
Yes. I think he's up in that direction.
Oh.
But that was definitely worth it. But before we go into detail on all the fun stuff that did happen,
Yes.
I think we've got a little spotlight.
No, I'll
I
skip it.
think. But
Nah.
all right, whatever. See you guys. Have a good. So now these I'm actually personally excited for because anybody who has actually talked to me, I'm actually a huge fan of KWA.
Everything?
Yes, of everything. But I'm actually personally a really huge fan of KWA products. So right here we have the TK45, which Decoy has in his hands, or at least for the stream, No Name has in his hands.
I don't want to be you anymore.
Wow. And then this is the TK45C. So,
Somebody ate 3 of the pulled pork grilled cheese. Yes.
jeez, guys.
I could have done that, though.
You know what? With how good they are, corn dog
Corn dog
quesadilla.
quesadilla. Thank you, Tank.
So,
I had corn dogs today, actually, for lunch.
Did you?
So
That's
not a
weird.
quesadilla, though. I should have done that.
yes,
Actually, A&W and Taco Bell are the same company. They could do a corn dog.
they could.
They should.
They yes.
Wait. No, the one by Tank is a KFC. A&W. Lame.
No. So, obviously, as you can tell, a couple differences externally that you're going to get from these. The TK45C has a much shorter barrel. You can tell it's a much shorter barrel there. So, TK45C has a much shorter barrel, and it's actually key mod instead of M-Lock, where the full length has the M-Lock. And the TK45C has this PDW style stock, where the TK45 has your standard M4 style. Now, I'm personally not really a fan of PDW style stocks, but this is probably one of my favorites so far. And you don't have to push the button to open it. You just
Yeah,
open it.
that's really nice. I didn't know that.
That's actually super nice.
I didn't know that until, like, last night.
Now, obviously, these are pistol caliber carbines. In case any of you guys can't really tell, they've tried to model it almost like the Vector.
The what?
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They tried to model it almost like the Vector, but obviously they've kind of put their own little spin on it. It's basically an AR with a Vector lower. It's kind of how they worked it, which I think it actually looks pretty damn cool.
Yeah, they definitely made it work.
So, it does take its own proprietary magazine, which, oh well, every single PCC out there takes a proprietary magazine, so it's not like that's a big deal anyway. I think really the only one that doesn't is the King Arms PDW, which takes MP5 mags.
Ah, but we had drum mags for MP5s.
We do. We do.
Or, you know, polymer straight mags,
That too.
like a boss.
So these guys are super awesome. So that one specifically, the standard TK45 is actually their AEG3 system. Any of you that don't know what that is actually their ERG. So this actually does have their electronic recoil system inside.
Yes.
Where the TK45C is their 2.5, which is just a standard AEG. So there's no recoil or anything like that, which honestly I'm kind of upset about. I kind of wish they did put the recoil in this, but I can understand why they didn't, because there'd be no space for the battery. But these things are super solid. They've got some weight to them too, considering how small, well, especially this one, considering how small it is. So obviously this is going to get compared to the ARP9, because that is pretty much...
Really? I'd compare it to the Vector.
Shut up.
I mean, and in that sense, just to ignore you, in that sense, I would definitely take one of these over a Crytek Vector.
Oh, any day.
Because you can actually maintenance these.
Yes. Well, because it's a I'm pretty sure it's a standard version too, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they didn't do anything fancy with the internals. It's a standard version too, so any maintenance is going to be your standard M4 maintenance.
Yep.
Where your Vector, because it's a proprietary system, it can be a little bit of a pain, especially trying to find parts.
Yes.
So with these guys here, it's super easy for maintenance, super easy for upgrades, and then obviously with the Vectors, externally you're kind of stuck with the way they look. Where with these guys, you can change out the rails. I wouldn't change the stock on this guy, but if you had the ERG version, the standard full-length version, you can change out those stocks. But again, I wouldn't change that stock out because I'm a huge fan of PTS. Any of you that know me, I'm a huge fan of KWA and PTS.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? My
I
primary being KWA with PTS
Nope,
furniture?
didn't notice.
So, but definitely check these guys out. I am probably going to be buying one, either this or the T6. I'm kind of leaning more towards the T6 because of M4 Max.
Yes.
I don't have to buy extra max. But definitely check these guys out. These guys are awesome, super solid, heavy duty. Like, these things are going to handle whatever you can possibly throw at these guys. So definitely check them out. Worth it. That goes away now.
Okay. I guess it does.
So is there anything you would like to add before we get into the meat and potatoes?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I feel my thirst being decapitated. Is the only thing I would like to add?
My thirst's head has just imploded.
Just imploded. Okay.
I hate you so much.
No, you don't. I taught you about this stuff.
I true. That is very true. But I helped you experience it.
Truth. Yes, thank you for letting me drink water.
Yes, you're welcome. For anybody curious, yes, this is just water. Liquid death. It's literally just water. It's water.
You keep saying that like it's not, but it is just water. And
It's literally just water.
That kind of throws me off because I'm not used to drinking water out of a can.
So my first can that I tried, I tried my first can yesterday, and I went to take a sip of it, and it for any of you that are of the age to drink, it looks like it would be beer.
It looks kind of like a Corona can.
Almost
Like
a Modelo or something like that.
Is it? No, isn't it? Corona doesn't really do cans.
Not really. Yeah, kind of.
Is it Modelo then?
Modelo.
Yeah, because they do the gold with the white and the dark blue,
So-
which is the same color scheme as this.
But every time I took a sip of it, it really threw me off because it's just water.
it's weird. It's really weird.
But
But
anyway, that's different. That's a different story. So,
water. Yes, water.
Yes, water. So, anything you'd like to add before we get to the topic at hand? I didn't say potatoes that time, but I just say it right there.
No, I don't think so. I mean, theoretically, I should be adding that we do have an October event coming up. I don't remember what the date is off the top of my head. I don't have Photoshop open, so I can't tell.
Can we tell them what it's going to be themed after?
I have not been told that we can yet.
All right, so
That's why I did not put the splash screen up for that.
Okay,
yet.
that's fair.
It's going to be fun.
That's fair.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
You're organizing this one, so don't mess it up.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
All right.
This is going to be awesome.
I know we have some interesting things in store.
So this October's event is going to be my event, and I'm going to tell you right now, you guys are going to love it. It's going to be awesome.
I got some ideas I still haven't discussed with you yet, so we'll do that.
We got a little bit of time.
We'll do a little plan. We're a little ahead of schedule for once. So
I know, shocker.
Right?
Well, because we didn't have a bunch of pre-announcements.
No, I meant for this event.
Oh.
Like, usually we had the marketing done like right about 3 or so weeks before.
Yeah, but now we had it.
I literally
before.
had it done before. I had the marketing for this done before we even did the Great Heist, so I was like, good.
So,
Oh, hey,
I'm going to show that off again
EA Fest.
when we get to it. So, any of you guys that missed EA Fest this past weekend, I am really, really sorry.
Yes.
You missed out on a hell of a weekend.
Yes.
This was stupid fun. All right?
Yes.
So it was stupid fun. We obviously had our celebrity gaming on Friday, excuse me. We had the EA Fest and the EA Expo, or the Northeast Expo, excuse me. Might as well call it the EA Expo. The Northeast Expo, and then on Sunday we had a normal game day, but because if you pre-registered for the entire weekend, anybody who did got Sunday for free, so you might as well show up. Didn't have to pay. So it was pretty slammed the entire weekend. I'll tell you, I did not stop moving.
Oh, just the entire weekend.
Oh, yeah, just the entire weekend. And the entire week.
And the entire week before.
And the entire week before. So we were very, very busy. So anybody who was here, I'm pretty sure you probably noticed because everybody decided to point it out to me, but I looked like hot garbage on Saturday.
I mean, more so than normal.
More so than normal.
Yes.
I looked bad. I had eyes over my bags.
Yep. Truth. Very truth.
Like, I was hurting. I was definitely hurting. I think we were all hurting.
Anyone who had the pleasure of standing next to me when I was trying to go upstairs, you'll know that was tough. Which sucks because I was in and out a lot.
We all struggled, but
Yes.
you know what? We pushed through it. We made sure that you guys had a good time because that came first, and making sure that you guys are having fun, making sure that everybody in the store was enjoying themselves, making sure everybody in the store was having a good experience. The referees obviously making sure that everybody who was on the field had a good time, make sure there weren't any issues going on. Hi, Kim. Hi.
Hi.
It's about time your comment shows up. It hasn't showed up. Now it shows up. But we wanted to make sure, because you guys are the priority. We wanted to make sure that you guys were having fun. This event's not for us. This event's for you guys.
Yes.
So we wanted to make this insane. We wanted to make this the best event that we could possibly make it for you guys. And I think we did really well.
I think so,
I hope
too.
you guys think the same way.
I think it was worth it. Yeah, I just think it was worth it. We put in a lot of work, and I think it paid off in the end. The change we made to the field definitely made a difference, big difference.
So. I had a lot of people ask me when we decided to get rid of the car wash.
Way too late.
It completely blew their minds when I told them, yeah, we decided to get rid of that on Wednesday at 9 p.m.
Yep.
And they stare at me like I got 12 heads. Like, wait, what do you mean? Like, yeah,
Yep.
we decided that like 2 days ago.
2 days before Celebrity Night.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
That wasn't fun at all. But it was definitely worth it. It was definitely worth it.
There was 3 inches of BBs under car wash. Mm-hmm. And not just like a pile, like the entire underneath of car wash. 3 inches deep of BBs.
That was
and darts somehow. And a few bottles. I don't even know how.
I think there was a Dunkin' Donuts cup.
There was a
in there,
Dunkin'
too.
Donuts
Something
cup in there. Like,
there was some weird stuff on
I don't get it.
There were some rolled up socks.
I don't get it. I have pictures if you're really curious. I don't think I'm going to show you, but I have
No, I wouldn't. Please don't be curious. Thank you, Jake. We appreciate that you guys had fun. It was definitely well worth it.
Yes.
And actually, if anything, Jake and his mom and dad were probably the first ones to point out that I was kind of looking like garbage. And like the entire weekend, they're like, dude, like, how are you not taking a nap right now?
I didn't want to say anything.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You're right. It's because I don't care about you.
Exactly. But
you got me.
But it's because of people like that, because of the Jakes and Everybody else that comes here to play.
Name one other customer.
Keegan.
All right, name one other customer who's not like a super regular.
Nathan.
Which
We
one?
actually do have a Nathan. We have a bunch of
Which
Nathans
one?
that come in.
Which one?
Yes.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Don't put me on the spot like that. I'm still tired from this weekend.
No.
I haven't recovered yet.
Tough.
So, but we do, like I said, we do it for you guys. We want to make sure that when you guys are coming in, it's an absolute blast. All right. So,
No, everyone noticed.
yeah,
everyone noticed.
Sam, everybody noticed. Literally, everybody noticed. Every single person that was talking to me, like, "Wow, you don't look too good. Are you all right?"
Is that when you put the shades on, the ones with the LED lights? Just to hide it? I don't want people.
I tried to hide it with that.
I don't want
and
people to
think
see how
that even
tired I am.
worked.
Here's some dollar signs.
So, but I'm gonna tell you right now,
I don't know those
I
land.
just kept pushing and just kept pushing, and
Then you get home and you crash for 3
and
days.
then yeah, basically that's
Yep.
pretty much what happened.
Yep.
I went home on Sunday night and I slept and slept,
And now you're here.
and now I'm here. But getting to the car wash, even though that was a lot of work, and I mean a lot of work, it was absolutely worth getting rid of because I heard nothing but positive feedback about car wash not being there. That was a long time coming, I'll tell you.
The only thing I ever heard was that we did not compensate by moving small cover around because we didn't really think about that.
Well-
we went with the floor plan we had set up when it was
So,
still there.
The problem with the problem with us not compensating for not having car wash there was when we did the field layout and when we used the programming that we use a CAD program called SolidWorks. When we use that program, it has car wash in there, and we had made the field layout before we actually decided. We literally moved the field the day before we knocked down
Yep.
car wash. So when we finally decided to knock down a car wash, believe it or not, it doesn't just take us a couple minutes to figure out a field layout. Like there are times when we're figuring out these field layouts that we're staring at that computer for like an hour and a half, 2 hours before we even can think about where to put buildings.
Yeah, we got to think about where people are going to go, what we want to do with it. It's not that easy.
Trust me, it is not easy, and especially for somebody like me who is very computer illiterate.
You should see him try to type.
I'm literally the pointer finger typer.
Wait, I need a shift.
So, but
Don't pretend you don't.
I'm not pretending I don't. That's exactly how it is. So, but doing a field layout, it's actually a lot of work. And when I had originally made that field layout, it actually worked really well because what we had actually did was we grabbed a few of us and we had gone through the field. We didn't play a game, but we had gone through as if we were playing a game to kind of see if there were any cheap spots or any cheeky little hidey holes or sight lines that were too long or any of this. And it worked really well before car wash was gone.
But then,
car wash were gone.
car wash were gone.
Car wash
yes.
were gone.
And suddenly, we have this big open window where there used to be a building.
Mm-hmm.
And that changed a lot. But I think it worked out well.
So I feel like other than that, I feel like the gaming side of things did go really, really well.
Yeah, it did. And as far as the field goes, adding the saloon, awesome. We have a cool sound system in there, which actually is randomized, and we can actually have a gunfight that, again, is randomized, so no two gunfights are going to be the same.
Thank you, Des, for that.
Thank you, Des.
Awesome.
That was awesome. And then cutting down two building to be sort of waist high, at least waist high on me.
About shoulder high on me.
Yeah, or most of the kids you go through there. Was a big difference because that changes everything about that building. Suddenly you're not so safe in there, and people on the outside can see your shadow when you're hiding behind the high walls we have in there. So that changes a lot.
Yeah, the problem that we had with crew building a lot was because of the layout out of it and the positioning of it. It was kind of a cheap little spot.
Yeah.
And I'll admit, I used it all the time. I'm pretty
I
sure we
actually
all
never went in
have.
there.
Yeah, you did. We went in there that one time with me, you, and Derek.
Yeah,
Derek, you ready
for
to
like
push?
a minute.
Derek, you ready to push?
But we weren't in the cheap spot.
Derek, you ready to
But
push?
we weren't in the cheap spot.
But, like, I'm pretty sure everybody would admit to going in that building and kind of use it as a cheap little hidey hole. And That's kind of what it was.
Yeah.
Like, the way it was, just the way it was set up, it was very difficult to get in there if somebody was already in there.
Yes.
And now with that being cut down like that, it does make it a little bit tougher to defend it, but not impossible to defend.
Yep. You still have at least one, is actually technically the cheap spot, but you still have one tall wall. But the thing is, if you know what you're doing from the other end, not from the in the building end, but from the outside end, you know how to counter them being there.
Yeah.
Or at least you can figure it out. Because I figured out
Grenades.
immediately. Yeah, grenades. Call them out for cheating. No, I like when we did the rounds with it cut down like that for the week before. First round I was on the field because I was able to have that entire Saturday out, which was awesome. First round of that
Saturday.
field. It was a Saturday, yeah. Not celebrity night.
Oh, all right.
The week before.
Gotcha.
I
Before
was
we got
able
rid
to
of-
figure out a way to figure out, what the guys were doing in there pretty easily. Yes, there is a window in the bank. No, the police station. We have the police station right up where it used to be.
Yeah.
There's a plexiglass window in police station which people kept shooting at because they don't know it's plexi from the other side of the field. And that'll tie into my story later.
When did we put a plexiglass window in?
There's actually a plexi. I can show you on the field.
In police?
Yeah.
When did he put that?
I don't know.
That we've never had a plexiglass
Maybe
window
bank is there. I don't know. One of the buildings in there
In
has a plexiglass window. That is bank actually.
bank.
Has a
Yeah, I was gonna
plexiglass
say
window.
bank has
You're
a
right.
plexi window.
Has a plexiglass window, and people kept shooting at it, which was funny to me, and it'll tie into a story later. So,
So I can't tell you how many times I've been on the other side of that plexiglass window and people are just shooting, and I can see them like visibly getting like mad.
it was really
And
funny
I'm
to
like,
watch
dude,
people.
there's a window here.
Yeah, no, it was like people were having fun with that. They were just sitting there waving and stuff. And
But actually, speaking of another really, really big change, it might not seem like a big change, but it completely opens up that left side of the far side of the fields. The staircase in police and train now.
yeah, so for those of you who never go into police, and for most of you who just run through a train station, it's not the same anymore. We made a big difference by just knocking down a wall essentially, and yeah, like there's no more hiding in police for a safety trap.
So the whole thought process behind adding these stairs in police into train. So we actually had two main reasons for doing it. One, train and police kind of became cheap little hidey safety kill zones
Yes.
almost. And two, if you look at every building out on the field and you think about the amount of foot traffic that each building gets, if it only has one entrance, nobody wants to use it. Police being one of them. Police was very rarely used unless we were using it for an objective. Other than that, it was very rare that people ever would really go in there unless you really knew how to work the
Yeah,
angles.
and usually they would just be standing just on the other side of the doorway to safety people walking past. Which,
Exactly.
not
So-
saying it's not a valid a tactic. It's just kind of cheap.
Yeah, so we figured, there was a cheap little hidey hole in train. If you're coming in from near side and you get into train and you go all the way to the back right corner next to where that fire exit is, you can look down through a window towards the far side spawn and you can just sit there and nobody's going to get at you. But now that police is open, you kind of got rid of your advantage there now.
Yeah.
So now that's no longer a cheap little hidey hole. So that makes that flow a little bit more fair so people aren't just getting steamrolled by one dude sitting inside a train. So, but opening that up and then obviously making more traffic flow through the police station, because now you can get in from train, definitely going to make it a little more dynamic on that side of the field. So,
Yes, I think so. So yeah, Friday night we had celebrity night. So, Jet, Leah, Tim, Plastic Vader, Dave, Airsoft Obsessed, and Greg Wong.
Love you, Greg.
You do, don't you?
I do.
All
I've got a
played.
man crush on Greg.
All played. I got a chance to join them, and that was a lot of fun. I had some kind of funny moments, like being able to use that opening in train, which not a lot of people knew about at the time. Hopefully, most people on the field now know about it. To actually flank someone and get a pretty good safety kill. You saw that.
Yes,
today.
I did see that. That was actually so. people don't think that stuff like that matters, but when it comes to like moving tactically and trying to get through the field, he can tell you firsthand, and I can tell you from watching the video of him doing it. There's no way he would have been able to do what he did if we hadn't opened up.
Yeah, we would have, like, me and my team would have been stuck where we were. We were able to unstuck because
Unstuck?
unstuck. We were able to be unstuck. You happy now?
Unsticked?
But yeah, that plexiglass window. So I'll admit I also shot at it because I'm dumb until I remembered what building it was. But there was a moment where a bunch of people, including myself, took shots at it, and we're like, we're taking a lot of shots at it. And then I kind of sounded like, wait, guys, that's plexi. You're not going to shoot through it. Don't bother. But then I kind of got bored and a little bit stupid because I was very tired. So I sit there outside of cover dancing for the people on the other side of the plexiglass who are waving at me. Yeah. And that ended when suddenly, I'm pretty sure it was Jet, popped up trying to flashlight on me. And I just go, out. Celebrity Night was a lot of fun.
It seemed like it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I actually learned something from Celebrity Night.
Oh, yeah?
I do not want to get one of those tracksuits that Leah was running.
Why is that?
Because they are not comfortable and they are not breathable in any way, shape, or form. She told me.
Big surprise.
Yeah.
Not really a big surprise.
No, not a big surprise at all.
Not really.
They look cool.
They do look cool.
But she... Yeah, she didn't like it.
No, and it says a lot that she was in an athletic suit the second day.
Yes.
Not a suit, athletic shirt the second day, because, wow. Yeah. If you don't have something breathable on our field around this time, it's going to suck.
Mm-hmm. It does get really, really
I had
hot
something
out
breathable, and it sucked.
Mm-hmm. But I know the celebs had a lot of fun. I know Jet and Leah, they always have fun when they're here. Greg always has fun when he's here. Tim's been here before. He wasn't here last year. Plastic Vader, for any of you guys don't know what his real name is.
It was the year before.
It was the year before that he was here. I know he had a blast then. I know he had a blast this year.
He had a lot of fun.
They did, yeah. So, Airsoft Obsessed Dave, this is the first time he's been... Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
How's it?
Where's my hat? Hi, Tim.
Hi. So...
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Airsoft Obsessed Dave, this is his first time coming here. And when he walked through the door, his jaw hit the floor. Like, I watched his jaw hit the floor of how awesome, like, we have everything set up. And he was even blown by everything that we had out on the field.
Yes.
And even the other field owners were absolutely, and like the other field owners have amazing fields and amazing
I feel like they're a
stores.
little bit embarrassed. Some of them probably a lot bit embarrassed.
Probably. Now, no disrespect towards SS Airsoft, Oregon Airsoft, and Tac City, but they do have really, really nice fields, and they have really, really good stores. But when they came in, you could see that they were super impressed. And again, that's because we're doing this for you guys.
Yes.
So if it wasn't for a lot of the feedback that we get from you guys, and if it wasn't for just the passion that you guys, and obviously us, because we're players ourselves.
Yes, me.
Yes. We're partial players ourselves. Because of that passion, we're able to put a lot of that extra...
Partial players.
Partial players.
Partial players.
Because we play like once every 18 months. 16 months.
Look, I put in my 2 rounds a week.
I put in my quarter of a round a week.
That's about all I can afford with this schedule.
I hop out, the Lancer Tac BBs jammed my ERG mags, and I stopped. That is actually what happened. My ERG mags are actually jammed because the Lancer Tracer BBs.
But at least we did Op Nighthawk.
But at least we did Op Nighthawk.
We survived that.
Oh, we did. But I know the celebrities had a lot of fun. I know the other fields that were here, they had a blast when they were here. It was a lot of fun. We did get to party with them a little bit, and they're super chill dudes. I've met Terry from SS, from Oregon. I've met Steve from SS. I haven't met Tac City. I forget what his name is. I kind of feel bad now, but I haven't met him before. But
wait, it's like. No, I lost it.
But I have met Steve from SS, and I have met Terry from Oregon Airsoft. They're super cool dudes. I will tell you right now. These guys are probably some of the best guys in the business when it comes to dealing with their customers. Like, these guys, just like with us, they are the Extreme Airsoft of their area, just like we are the SS and the Oregon of our area, I guess is probably the best way to explain it.
I guess. Maybe.
But those guys do a great job where they come from. And hopefully they can take away something from us, and we're definitely going to take away some stuff from them. So
Yep.
learning both ways. So that's the only way that the sport's
Oh,
going to actually grow.
learning.
Yes, learning.
Oh. I didn't take anything.
What'd you take from them?
Nothing.
What did you take?
Nothing.
What did you take?
I took SS's helicopter fan.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen that thing? It's pretty
It
cool.
is actually really cool.
I mean,
But it was definitely a blast having those guys out here. It was a blast having all the vendors out here too.
yes.
So they don't have to come out.
No, but they do because they're awesome.
They do, because exactly they
Thank
are
you,
awesome.
Elite Force.
Thank you, Elite Force, G&G, Polar Star.
Oh, yeah, then. I was
I
going
will-
with the joke, but okay.
I will
we can
admit,
actually...
yes, I will admit, Harrison. I'm still really upset with you that you didn't come out. I don't care that it was your birthday. We would have celebrated here, and it would have been fun.
Yeah.
Harrison.
Yeah,
from
Harrison.
ASG.
Yeah. Good job on the CZ shout out.
Yes,
too.
good job with the CZ shout too.
I could have said that to your face, though, if you were here.
Yeah. Harrison, if that is your real name.
ASG Harrison, if that is your real name.
I bet his first name actually isn't even ASG.
Wow. Wow.
I kind of wish he was watching.
Make sure to, like, send him this.
I have to. Just this little snippet. So, unfortunately, a bunch of the vendors weren't able to actually make it. Like, we did send invites to Tap Airsoft. They weren't able to make it.
Yeah.
That was a little unfortunate. That was kind of
And
sad.
then Amped was like a yes and no. Like, they wanted to, and apparently people were talking to them. To answer your question, Liquid Death is water.
It's literally just water.
It's just water. Not even carbonated.
No, it's...
It's...
I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's just water.
A little higher for the YouTubes. All right, thank you.
It's just water.
Murder your thirst.
Murder your thirst. It's actually really good water too, believe it or not. Oh wow, that's super blurry.
Yeah, well.
It's water.
No, it focused for like a second. Cool. Great. Awesome. Good job, camera.
So,
Um,
no, that was a bunch of fun. And then obviously, thank you to all the other fields and local teams that came out for the
Yes.
expo as well. So that was really cool. I got to talk with, I believe his call sign is Twitch from
Yeah.
from Stag Ops. Really cool dude.
I didn't really,
Really,
get a
really
chance
cool dude.
to. I didn't get as much of a chance to talk to as many people as I wanted. I was behind the camera the entire time and made pretty good use of my time with 600 photos or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get to go spend too much time outside. I think the longest I spent outside was like 5 minutes, and that was to go get a sandwich from Eddie's Barbecue, and that was about it. And I think I maybe sat down on the picnic table and literally just shoveled it into my mouth and came running
And then
back
collapsed
inside.
and then went inside.
Basically. So, but I didn't really get to spend too much time with talking to any of the other the fields or any of the other not vendors, but any of the local teams or anything like that. And I didn't get really spend any time with any of the vendors outside, which I kind of wish I did, because they did have a lot of really cool stuff.
Where did that car just go?
I think it went down that way.
Okay.
Like
I'm
Elite
gonna go-
Force, they were showing off their new M4 CQB and their new CQC.
Yes, those were cool. They're
Those
awesome.
things. So I'm not usually one that likes.
Okay, it says close. I just want to make sure it actually says close.
So I get that entry level guns have their place. Somebody who's getting into the sport for the first time, it's an entry level gun. They're very inexpensive. They're meant for keeping the budget down. Get into the sport to see if you like the sport.
Yes.
Me personally, since I've been in the sport for quite a while and I have quite a few guns, I would never buy an entry level gun.
You say that, but
But the new Elite Force M4 CQB and CQC, those things are hot. Like, those things are nice. Like, I would actually buy one. Would you mind giving them the... Oh, never mind.
they got it.
Like, those things are super nice. And probably other than the gearbox work that they did to it, they did actually put a better gearbox system in there.
Yes.
They actually upgraded the gearbox. So it's not just like your standard, CQC or CQB. But probably my favorite part about it is they're getting rid of a couple extra SKUs, by changing up the coloring of it. They're only offering one SKU of it, I'm pretty sure. They're just
Yeah.
offering a two-tone black and tan. That's it.
Which is fine.
Which is fine. They look really hot.
Yeah.
And then they changed out the rails. So instead of it being a quad Picatinny rail, which, yeah, it was pretty cool on the CQB and the CQC as they are now, but they swapped it out for an M-Lock rail, and these things are super nice. Actually, Jake, he's got one. Jake ended up grabbing one because he won one from the raffle.
Yes.
And-
Which is, yeah, they brought one of each, CQB, CQC. If you don't know, CQB is the rail about that big. CQC is, standard M4 CQB length, which makes it a little confusing. But they didn't take them with them. They put them in the raffle.
Yep.
So,
And these
Yeah.
guns have not been released yet.
no,
Like, they're not on the market. You cannot buy these
cannot
guns
buy
yet.
them yet.
Yet. And we already have Jake won I think he won the CQC, right? And then I drawn a blank on who won the CQB, but
I'm sure I have a picture of them somewhere.
probably. So we have 2 customers here that have guns that have not been released yet.
Yeah.
Just like last year when Unicorn Leah decided to raffle off the Elite Force, the new Elite MP5 before they were actually released. That's why our events are so awesome.
Thank you, Elite Force.
Yes,
Thank you,
Elite
Extreme
Force.
Airsoft.
Thank you. So that's why our events are so awesome, because we're getting these companies that are coming out here, and they're literally giving away product that nobody is able to buy yet.
Yes.
Yet.
Yes.
Yet.
Yes.
So, but those things are super, super nice. I also did, I saw in the picture anyway, I didn't get to actually see it in person, but Elite Force was also showing off a bunch of the really cool stuff that they're actually doing for the Striker,
Oh, hey.
the Striker sniper rifle.
Yes, they had a shorty striker out. It had the M-Lock front end. Mm-hmm. It had the extended bolt handle, which is actually kind of cool looking. They're actually using it kind of as a kickstand to set it up. It's really funny. Then they have a different stock, end to the stock at
Yeah.
least. It had that, I don't remember what it's called. It's
It's-
the wire.
Yeah, it kind
Solar
of like, if you guys are
thing.
familiar with the 249s, how it has that wire piece that you pop up and plop on the top of your shoulder.
Has one of those.
It has one of those.
And that's really nice.
That was actually
Really
real
nice.
nice.
Since you didn't get to go outside, and I actually got to talk to them.
Loser.
Ha. I did a live thing on Instagram for it.
Oh, excuse me.
No one can see it anymore because it's been more than 24
I was
hours.
too
but
busy working.
I'm sorry that you had to work. So did I. Just my work is more fun. So yeah, they have that. They have the new CQB and CQC, which are really cool. They had BFC Avalon Mark 18 quad rail Mark 18 style VFC Avalon. Finally.
So, now, I told you that I was super, super excited for these. No, I am super, super excited for the Mark 18 Avalon.
Yes.
Like,
That gun was hot.
oh my god, like, I'm not one of those that, like, is into the whole Mark 18 kick. Like, everybody and their grandmother wants a Mark 18.
I don't get it, but
I get it, I understand why, but I've never really been one for the Mark 18. But the Avalon, oh my god, it just feels so nice. Like, this thing feels super solid in your hands.
and it's fully licensed by Daniel Defense, which is cool.
which is going to be awesome.
So we don't exactly have a time frame officially on that at the moment, but that'll be cool. So keep your eyes out on that. They had the Glock 18C, which is cool. I think I already know what I want to do for a video for it. I'm going to need 2 and like 6 mags.
Yes.
They had the right? Yes. What else do they have?
They have a Glock 34.
Glock 34, which is a weird looking gun.
It's a very weird gun, but I'm going to tell you right now, I might actually buy one when they actually release it.
Not surprised.
Like, this is a big gun.
No, I know what you're going to buy.
Oh, yes.
Yes, they also had actually licensed Smith and Wesson M&Ps. You have a shield.
I have a
M&P
real
shield.
Smith & Wesson M&P.
Yes,
It's shield, so it's a small subcompact meant for carry.
it's a single stack over a double stack.
It's a single stack, so it's not as thick, so it's easier to conceal because I'm a smaller guy. But that's what I was about. But I have a real Smith & Wesson, and I love Smith & Wesson pistols. I'm a huge, huge fan of Smith & Wesson pistols.
I like the look personally. I've had one. No one knows what I'm pointing at unless you've
Had.
seen our kid. I had one. He's got it now.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't want the pink on the grip.
yes. They had a performance center model of the M&P 2.0. I've actually been able to shoot a real 2.0, and I like it. I like it a lot. I'm probably gonna pick one of those up as soon as it comes out, which will be awesome.
That would be friggin' sweet.
And I think they had a VFC made CO2 one as well. I think it was VFC made. It's
It might
made by not KDWA.
Not kidding. All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
But those guys are
yeah,
those guys are gonna be awesome. I know when they showed them off at SHOT Show, and oh my God, I got like super excited for that.
but the reason why I like the Performance Center one is because it has that ported slide, and I love ported slides because I have eyes. But also it has a space for an RMR.
I actually did
It
not know
has a
that.
cutaway for an RMR built in.
I'm curious
which
if the.
they cannot confirm what will fit into it yet,
All right, that's fair.
but whatever.
That's fair.
Worth. I mean, I'm probably not gonna run one because I don't. But yeah.
Yeah. So what else? What else was raffled? I know there was a bunch of stuff raffled off, like a bunch of really really cool. I think Polar Star raffled off a jack.
Polestar raffled off a jack, which interestingly got won by the same kid who won one of the amped prize packs, which has a line
Oh wow!
regulator.
All right.
All he needs is a tank at this point.
Yeah, that's basically he's all set to go.
G&G raffled off a PCC9 and a
Ooh.
Sage ARP.
Yep. And actually, Kyle's the one that won the ARP9. I'm pretty sure. Kyle Wilhite.
Yes. Yeah. Elite Force raffled off those two guns we mentioned, as well as a limited edition MP5K. They don't make anymore. As well as, I believe, the full stock MP5, I want to say. I might be like losing my mind a little bit.
Well, you are, so.
I'm definitely losing my mind a little bit, but I think I'm right about that.
Yeah.
ASG had the Urban Gray CZ Shadow 2, which I, you know me.
That's what it was, the Shadow.
I love the Shadow 2s. Not Shadow 2.
The Shadow.
The Shadow 1. Good job, Harrison.
Yes.
Dye had a prize pack with like a hat, shorts, a headband. I don't get the shorts, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Stag Ops had a prize pack, which was both won by Kyle. They did it clever. They had a green one and a tan one. But for some reason, Kyle won both of them. So
Which
he
is
now
weird.
He now has.
So it doesn't matter what team he goes to rep. I know Wiley X ended up sending us a couple pairs of glasses to raffle off, which that was awesome.
Yes, the MP5A4 is the full stock MP5.
Yes. So, but a lot of really really cool raffle prizes. A lot of really cool stuff that these guys were showing off at their booths. Like I know G&G had their Banff rifle.
They had the Banff rifle
They
not
had the
out yet.
Banff
That's
rifle.
if you look at the pictures or if you were there, it's the silver and blue one. That is an interesting looking rifle.
It's a
heavy,
very
too.
interesting rifle. So from what I gathered when we first saw that at SHOT Show was the way that Charlie was explaining it was that it's based off of a real competition AR-15, and the feature that the real one has is as soon as you fire the last round, the mag drops free.
Yep.
So that's one less step that you have to worry about doing. It automatically drops the mag. You slap a fresh mag in. You keep going. That's it. You don't have to worry about pushing that mag release. Well, supposedly the airsoft version that G&G is going to be making is going to have the same feature. It's not a mandatory feature. It's going to be a little switch on the mag, I think, either on the mag or on the gun itself somewhere. But you can actually flip it to either do it or not. I personally wouldn't, just for the sole fact I don't like dropping my mags.
I don't either.
Unless they're my EPMs. My EPMs.
Yeah, you literally chucked an EPM today.
I literally threw an EPM today just to prove how awesome these mags are.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, we got event glasses. I didn't bring mine today because I'm dumb.
I actually lost mine.
Wow.
I don't know what happened to them.
Wow.
I think I left them at my girlfriend's house.
Wow.
Yeah.
They had their new L85.
Yes.
They're making them not broken anymore.
Yes.
Love you, G&G. They had them
Yes.
with an electronic trigger, the ETU.
Yes. And that thing was actually, it's very weird looking.
Well, they did
but
the
cool.
shorty one.
Yes.
Which I don't remember what exactly that one's called.
The ETV or something like that.
Whatever.
FTV or whatever
but
it was.
it was that, and it came with the sight, the special sight that only L85s can mount. But it was cool looking.
Oh, yeah.
And it was actually comfortable. And yeah,
There you go. Team Gun.
Team Gun, you really?
Team Gun.
Yeah, I know you like that. Loser.
Wow. Jerk. You know, I'm never going to let you use my PDW now.
It's okay, I got my own.
No, my actual PDW. It's actually the PDW. Like, that's the name.
I know.
Jerk. So, but
Polestar had some stuff out.
yes, they did have a bunch of cool stuff. Hey, Mr. Hicks, how's it going?
He was the only person other than the celebrities who would support me during Adult Night. No, not Adult Night, during Celebrity Night.
During the Celebrity Night.
You see it in the first video, like, I'm pushing up on the flag. I signal to a bunch of people, like, hey, give me cover and fire in this direction. He's the only one who actually even looks. Like,
So, but
maybe he's the only one who could hear me. I don't know.
probably.
Yeah, knowing the music, yeah.
No, Polar Star had a bunch of cool stuff. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if Vulcan
They're-
brought anything cool.
Did they have it? Did Polestar have their version of the MTW here? I can't.
I don't
mind's going
think
a
they
little bit.
did. I
I
think
know he
those are
was
still technically.
I know he was talking about it.
Yeah.
Basically, Polestar's coming out with, if you don't know what an MTW is, it's a purpose-built, essentially,
HPA gun.
HPA gun,
It's
yeah.
made for HPA, like specifically.
none of this
will not
dropping an
take-
engine.
yeah.
No dropping an engine into a gearbox. It's built to the gun.
Which
and
is
they just
super
work
efficient.
so much better.
They do. So Polar Star is going to be doing the same thing,
Hmm.
which I'm pretty excited for when that drops.
Oh, hi, Stefano.
So no, I'm going to be pretty excited for when that drops. I know
Yes.
I know a bunch of dudes that'll be excited for that because it's an all-in-one system.
Mm-hmm.
It's so obviously really the only people that make HPA guns, because there's technically no HPA guns out there. The only people that make HPA guns are Tippmann, Wolverine, and now you'll have Polar Star.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's a mechanical system, too. It's not electric.
Well,
or am I thinking of a different one?
So you are thinking of a different one.
All right.
They will have a mechanical system, I'm pretty sure. Just like how Wolverine has the Reaper M for their MTW, it's going to be a similar idea to that. It's going to kind of almost be like how Tippmann has their mechanical system where there's no electronics whatsoever.
They're everything.
They're everything.
Yeah,
Except,
that's all they
obviously,
do.
no recoil system, which I feel like that was probably the big downfall of the Tippmanns was the recoil system.
Yeah, it just caused more things to
Yeah.
shake apart and break and
Which is
whatever.
kind of unfortunate because they were really nice.
And you know what? They had some good recoil.
They were.
But-
It was pretty significant.
Maintaining them is kind of a pain.
Speaking of, have you seen the Tippmann? What is it? The Omega?
No, not yet.
It's an HPA gun. It's a Tippmann HPA,
All right.
and the trigger is actually a magnet trigger. It feels super super weird.
That sounds super, super weird.
It's like you pull that trigger and you're not expecting it. Basically, what you're doing is when you're pulling the trigger, you're pulling. I believe you're pulling a magnet away from the actual gearbox system, which in turn gets it to shoot. And then when you release the trigger, the magnet snaps it back in.
That's weird.
But when you're pulling it, it kind of almost feels like you get that click of a real trigger. It's like it's super
That's
weird.
really weird.
It was blowing my mind because I actually chronoed somebody that had one.
'Cause, like,
I went to pull the trigger, I'm like, what the hell is this?
I would be interesting. I'd be interested in checking that because the one thing I don't really like about electronic guns, and especially the one thing I don't like about Gates, the only thing I don't like about Gates, I like feeling the brake.
Yes.
And you don't get that with electronic guns. You don't get that with. You don't really get much of a trigger feel.
You don't really get that with any gun except for gas blowbacks. Really.
Exactly. But even then, it's different than a real brake. Not much, but enough.
So I think Scott has one of those. We'll have to see if he can bring it next time he comes on in for you to try it out.
I would love to try that. That sounds awesome.
It's a weird trigger, and it's weird to get the timing of it down if you want to do some pretty quick follow up
like
shots.
finding the brake.
But once you find it, it's nice.
Yeah, mechanical trigger. If you got one that works.
Yeah.
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 I mean, you can't have that in an electric system anyway.
So I don't know if you're writing down much of these questions anymore.
I got two
but
questions so far.
2 questions on here.
What you got?
So I have. So William Hicks asks, looking for EPMs, do they fit G and P bodies well?
Yeah, it should.
I haven't had any issues with them not feeding.
Yeah,
into anything.
never heard that. They haven't.
So I recommend EPMs for everything that can take an EPM. Full send. And Jake asks, my dad wants to know if that minigun is still there. We do not have a minigun. We have a microgun.
Wow. The
Yes,
answer is yes.
I'm going to be that guy.
Yes, it's still here.
It's still here.
All right, so one question we had on this side is which one, CO2 or green gas?
What?
I think that was the entire question.
That was literally the question?
So, oh my god, hi, what's up? Which one, CO2 or green gas? No follow-up. So personally, I prefer CO2 over green gas just because I like to have more of a kick, and CO2 tends to have more of a kick.
Mm-hmm.
It also doesn't freeze over quite as fast.
It's generally more air efficient.
It's a myth that CO2 can perform at lower temperatures. That's not how physics works.
So,
It's all expanding gas.
yeah.
So,
It's just more efficient at what it does.
Squirrel says hi.
Huh?
Squirrel says hi.
Well,
All right.
Why did we take you out of the basement?
Where's your sandwich?
oh, I ate that thing.
Oh, of course you did.
Oh.
William Hicks over here says that he would go gas because you can top the magazine whenever you need.
Yeah.
That is the huge
That
advantage.
is
of
actually
that.
a really big advantage.
Yeah, you don't have to go like, well, now I got to run through the entire thing or just waste all this
yeah,
gas.
waste an entire CO2. No, that's actually that's smart.
A little over. Okay. So, yeah, like that's the real advantage to green gas. I think also. Yeah, no, I think that's,
Maintenance is also a little less intensive because you don't have because green gas obviously has silicone in it, so you don't have to worry about lubricating
You still-
as
it
much.
doesn't
You still
have as
have
much
to.
as people think,
yeah.
though. That's
you
the
still
thing.
have to, but at least if you happen to forget it after a day of gaming, it's not going to really harm the gun. where-
CO2. Yeah,
With CO2, you need to make sure that you are lubing that after every day of gaming.
which is not really that hard.
No, it's super easy. Take the slide off, spray, done.
And for reference, same deal with HPA. Do that because that's also cold, dry gas. Also dirtier than CO2.
Yes, it is.
How much for an i4?
So the i4s start at 130 and they go up from there.
All right, that's all I had for questions.
That's
so
it?
Far. Yeah.
Wow. All
So
right. So we still got a little bit of time left.
we
so
got a very little amount of time. We went a little overboard with
We
telling
did a little
stories.
bit, yeah.
And there's still more we could tell.
yeah.
One or two more questions, I think.
Yeah,
If, they get them
if
in
you guys
time.
got questions, feel free. Pop them up. If we get them in time, we'll go ahead and answer
There's
them.
a bit of a delay on YouTube, so I'm not really sure how I feel about that. But, so yeah, think we should do it again next year.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't we? We'd be stupid to not do it again next year.
You think so?
Yeah. Speaking of, we still have the patches available.
So if you missed it but want to look like you still made it, we got those and we got the T-shirts.
Yes, we still have some of the T-shirts. We have the EA Fest patches. We also still have a bunch of the the Northeast Expo patches left. So if you want these, definitely come grab them. All right.
Squirrel wants
These-
to know, how was our day?
My day was pretty good. Thank you, Squirrel.
Yeah, mine was pretty good too.
How about yourself?
I did a lot of driving. But other than
So
that,
William Hicks would like to know how much our EPMs are. So the normal EPMs, which I don't have in stock right now, are generally $20. Right now we have the EPMs that have the mag pods in the bottom of them, which are actually pretty cool.
it means they can stand up on a flat surface.
Yes, you can actually use them to brace it on top of a piece of cover. But those guys are $23.99.
I don't know if I'd brace it just because you don't really have that.
Yeah, true, yeah.
But you can lay them, and this is what I would actually do. If I knew I'm like defending a position, I would lay them down on a almost like this kind of a surface, like this height, so I can just do that.
You know, that's actually kind of smart. Drop mag, click it right into
How
the next
much
one.
is the Ronan carbine? I'm reading right. It does say Ronan on it. Ronan the Barbarian.
I have to go take a look. Ronan?
Ronan.
I can't see that. Too short.
I was planning on slapping PMAG base plates. Do you? Okay, yeah, no. So EPMs would have that on them standard, except these are again the MagPod ones. Personally, I run them with
$409.99.
what? Sorry,
$409.99.
$409.99. Personally, I run them with the what are they called? Ranger plates. I run them with the Ranger plates, so they have the little like opening you can kind of stick your finger in, pull it out if you need to. I like those a lot.
Ranger plates, yeah, those
Ranger
are.
plates. They also have kind of a cool look to them.
They do. So that's actually one thing I like about the MagPods is or just the EPMs in general, is having that little base plate on there. They actually work really well. So Greg Wong was actually kind of going over the reason why they made the base plate the way they did. And I actually had no idea this was actually even a thing. But the way you can literally grab it however you want,
Yep.
and the way the base plate is set up, you're always going to grab it, no matter what. It was like so weird when he was going over that. I'm like, I had no idea that was actually a thing. I thought it was just for looks,
Nope.
but it actually serves a function.
Yes. What is our top gunning cell right now?
Top gunning cell.
What is our top gunning cell, Tom?
I haven't officially checked.
For today, it's the Avalon Caliber
Yes.
CQCB.
But generally speaking, overall, the Avalons are probably some of our better selling rifles.
Definitely.
And then as far as pistols go, it's
No, I mean, I know what our best selling rifle is. It's the ARP.
true. Yeah,
sell
yeah,
through
yeah.
those
Yeah,
very
you're right.
fast.
So ARPs are probably the best selling rifle. Avalon's following very, very close behind. And then as far as pistols go, it's probably Elite Force 1911s and pretty much any of the model of Glocks.
No, actually, I've seen the numbers. We mostly sell pistols. Like, our number one sellers are mostly pistols, and the Glock
That's why I specified
17
rifles.
CO2 is our top seller.
That's why I specified rifles. and
It's
pistols.
our top seller.
That is why I specified rifles and pistols.
Glock 17 CO2.
Yes.
When will we get a full blowback Glock 19X CO2?
No idea.
They did not have one to show. They had the
I don't think they're
Semi-blowback.
going to be honest.
simulated blowback, whatever you want to call it.
19X.
19X
They have green
CO2.
gas.
No, there's a simulated blowback, or at least there will be. 19X
Oh, really?
CO2.
I actually didn't know that.
I would get it because that's kind of cool, but I want full blowback.
Don't blame you. I do like the satisfying clacking noise it makes.
I will trade you the mystery box Avalon for the Ronan.
That's not how it works because.
So it's not how you spell Runin, which
Yes.
is technically how they spell it.
Yes.
Runin.
Yes.
And that's not how that works.
No, because
Also, it's a Gladius. Like, that's a really good gun.
anytime you get, anytime we're giving away a gun, it's not actually coming from us. Believe it or not.
What type of rail is on the Amoeba line? Is it M-Lock or something specific? It's something specific.
Well, it
It's-
depends on which amoeba.
That's actually true, yeah.
Because there are some amoebas that have, I believe there's some that have Keymod and M-Lock.
No, so you have some that are kind of...
Well, we have the ones
do
on
have
the top, those are
Keymod.
Keymod.
The ones there that look like M-Lock are not actually.
Yeah, I know.
They
Those
are,
are proprietary rails.
they are threaded in between the M-Lock looking things. Because I have one of those at home, and yeah. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Yes,
But-
the current 19X is actually not built for CO2, so I don't
Yeah.
know why you'd be running CO2 in it, but yeah, they do break.
They do. They will.
Because, oddly enough, a green gas gun is not made to handle CO2 usually.
Yeah, it's weird like that.
Thanks, Harrison. ASG.
Oh.
'Cause,
Yeah, because they can.
Yes.
So, but like I was saying, anytime we're giving away anything like guns or like during the raffle, if we're giving away like the Polar Star engines and all this, they're not actually our products. We're
Yep.
getting them from the manufacturer.
Yep.
That is not our stuff. Like it has nothing to do with our inventory, which is why we can't just swap things because it wasn't ours. Like we have no control over what comes in and what comes out, or what color it is, or what this or what that.
Okay, this is going to be the last question. I feel like we've gone over this for some streams.
We definitely have.
If you had to choose one rifle and one side pistol, what would you choose? Sorry, William Hicks, that question is... Yes, we do have the batteries for the MP5K. I'll just say that. We definitely do.
You know,
What would you choose, Tom?
I feel like for a pistol. Now I'm gonna kind of cheat a little bit here because
Big surprise.
I don't know if you mean a gun that we have on the wall or just a stock gun or something that we can customize however we want sort of thing. So I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit and I'm going to go with guns that I can have however I want set up. So for a pistol, I would probably go with my WE Smith & Wesson pistol that I have that I actually got from Decoy.
You're welcome.
Super nice laser beam of a pistol. And then as far as a rifle goes, I think I would probably take my Crytek LVOA that has a Wolverine Inferno in it.
Why, yes, we are murdering our thirst.
Yes.
For me, CZ Shadow 2, VFC MCX. These are a good combination.
Very good combination.
Anyone who was there at Celebrity Night, you know how good this combination is.
Now, eventually, when I do snatch up one of these, this will probably be my go-to.
You sure about that?
Yes.
What about that one over there?
I don't know. That's the thing. That's like what I'm in a huge talk. I don't know if I want this or the T6. T6.
You already got it. You could just throw
Yeah,
your
I know.
AKMs
I
in
got a
it.
bunch
Like,
of I got a bunch of mags already. Yeah. All right. That makes sense. Plus the flash hider looks cool.
Also, they're the Ranger plates I was talking about.
But this is that PCC I want.
Hmm?
This is the PCC I want.
No, you don't. You want an MPX, just like me.
I don't want it.
This is an MCX, not an MPX.
Yeah, but I've been super excited for these things for a long time.
Don't care.
Wow, I see how it is.
You want to be a cool kid so you can get an ARP.
Relax.
Prove me wrong. All right, everybody. That's all the time we have.
Yes, that is all the
That's been
time
a
we
little
got.
more than all the time we had. Guess we're kind of making up for not being on last week.
Yeah, which we do apologize for, but you know.
No, I
Getting-
don't. We had a lot of work to do.
True. Yeah.
Remember, about this time yesterday, we decided to go take down Car Wash.
Yes.
So, not yesterday, last week. So,
Yeah, last week. That was.
can you put an M16 upper on an MPX lower? In Airsoft, yes, actually.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. It's a standard AR platform.
Yeah, kind of. I'm going to say kind of.
It might, maybe, possibly.
This part doesn't quite fit. The part that's weird about it is that the stock is actually on a rail. So
Yes.
standard Picatinny style rail on the back. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Very weird. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been fun, guys. Make sure when you stop on by, you're grabbing one of these magnets. Save the date, 2020 EA Fest. It's 8/8/20.
8/8/2020.
8/8/20/20. 20.
Yes.
20.
Yes, 20.
Make sure you guys
8?
8
8.
8
20.
8 20 20. So make sure you guys are checking out for that. That is going to be even better than it was this year. All right.
Yep.
You need to be here for that. Do not be a loser, as Decoy says.
Are we allowed to pretend that we actually know what's going to happen?
What do you mean pretend? Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. We'll pretend.
You guys are in for some pretty big surprises.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Don't want to give anything away, but I can't think of any good jokes right now.
I don't want to give anything away, but
I don't want to give anything away, but you guys ready to go play over in Suns?
what the?
I mean, whatever.
You have horrible jokes.
I mean, we're going to take over this space for the field.
Yeah, sure. That's
Field
not
sound-
happening,
The
by the
field
way.
sounds are still on. I just heard that.
Yeah, I know. I just heard it too. But anyway,
We gotta go shut down power station.
yes, we gotta go shut down literally everything.
All right.
But it's been me, No Name.
Me decoy.
No Name, No Shame.
Shh. Murder your thirst
Murder your there.
and blame decoy.
Have a good one, guys. YouTube, good night. And I will say goodbye to Facebook when I go to hit the...
Goodbye, Facebox.
Bye, Facebook.